What's up, brawlers? It's mSubs88, and today, new video series. And that video series is Competitive Breakdown. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know. I'll fit the name out eventually. So in today's competitive talk video, we're going to go over rolling. And for this video, we're going to go over rolling three specific Bakugan. That being Trox, Fangzor, and Nilios. All core. Because I feel like there's probably a few of you that have had some issues rolling said Bakugan. That being because Spin Master, they kind of market and set the impression that every Bakugan can be rolled, like actually rolled and do well. They put these little triangles on here to show you which way to roll, and they kind of just hope that people can roll well with it. When in reality, there's a better way to roll, at least these three. I kind of go back and forth with Nilios on the way I roll him, but it just really depends on what I'm trying to achieve. So this type of roll is pretty, kind of takes a special kind of Bakugan in order to do this kind of roll, and it's better for this type of Bakugan rather than trying to use any other Bakugan. You can't really do it with any old Bakugan. That being Bakugan that are very light on the top half and then very heavy on the bottom half where their magnet sits, like Fangzor, like Trox, and mostly like Nilios. Nilios isn't quite as bottom heavy as the other two. So I've had really good experience doing curve shots with these guys. That was a very poor example, I guess, because this isn't exactly level, but you get the idea. When you do spin, curve, whatever you want to call them, they stay with the magnet down due to their natural weight distribution. So if you get a good spin on them, they spin with their magnet down, and all you have to do is go over a core and they stand. And that was almost 2 cores, which would have been sick. Let's just throw Fangzor on the floor. I have a better stand rate with things like Fangzor and Trox doing the spin shot because, like I said, they're super light on top, super heavy on bottom, so it makes them an awkward roll. It's like, so again with Trox, he's more light on top and more heavy on the bottom, so you can do that 6 spin roll, which he jumps forward and got a double core. So, which is pretty sick. Like, this is just what I've found in rolling. And guys, let's be real. As consistent, as awesome as you make your deck, if you don't stand your Bakugan, you're not gonna stand a chance in a fight or in a brawl or whatever you want to call it. This Trox hates me. He will not stay closed. Now he closes. And I'll show you what I mean with Nilios. He's a bit more balanced. So whenever you spin shoot him, he wants to kind of sit almost like that. So he's not quite flat down with the magnet whenever you spin shoot him. So he's a little bit harder to do like that. But still, he's kind of awkwardly bottom heavy. Just enough that it makes him not a super easy head over heels roll, but that's just something I've found with these 3 Bakugan. They definitely do better with a spin roll. Wow, that was super close. Thought I would have it, but I didn't put enough power on it. Fangzor punished him. But yeah, give it a try at home. Tell me what you think. And I guess that's kind of been it for this competitive focus. Yeah, that's what I'll call it. Competitive focus. Just some simple rolling techniques for these 3 guys. And then obviously they're man, why do my like darkest Bakugan not want to close? Like I have this issue with these two, and they're my spin shooters. But like obviously, just as an example, you would not want to try and do a spin shot with Chaos Pegatrix, because you go that, and it's like it doesn't have any room for curve unless you put like super, I don't know, super spin on it. Or actually no, it would have to be a lighter shoot, so it's just like not quite as consistent. Pegatrix is a bit more, well, see, if you look at Pegatrix, all of its weight is this way, so it's consistent throughout. I mean, he's got this big hole up here, but the weight is consistent for the most part. Much more consistent than, say, definitely than Fangs were. Like, look at all the plastic right here, and then the lack of plastic here, how hollow it is up here compared to here. I mean, this has got the magnet, this has got the tail, I mean, this has got his head, but it's just overall more plastic. Like, it's just like, I always cut that just a little too sharp with Trox. Breakdancing. But yeah. If there's anything else that you, or maybe a specific Bakugan you would like me to cover on the best way to roll, it's definitely something that I feel I excel in, because when I'm bored and not making videos, I'll literally stand here and roll Bakugan all day. That's why I'm pretty good at closing them. But save for a few, most Bakugan are better rolled head over heels, if that makes sense. Just like the regular roll. But then there's Bakugan like Trox, who doesn't look super hollow, but if you take into consideration that all of in here is hollow. So that's why he does his spin shoot better than he does his head over heels. Actually, I'm not even certain that he does head over heels terrible. I've just always spin shot him because he's really good for spin shots. I actually like him more for spin shots than I do Fangzor. But I'll give it a shot just for the camera. So I guess he's not okay. Yeah, never mind. He's pretty terrible. Definitely better for this. Plus, you can do that sick like spin, and sometimes you'll land over on another core and pick it up too. And this trick works with any Trox. It doesn't have to be darkest. Like, it can be any Trox. Like, for instance, Pyrus Trox. He'll probably work a little bit better with me about closing, because he's okay. Never mind. It's just Trox in general. Trox is kind of a butt, but see. Woo. And then same thing applies for Aquos. If that could, properly, boom, double, almost. But yeah, so, and of course, obviously the same thing applies for any Fangzor. It doesn't have to just be the darkest one. I just chose darkest because that's what I play, because it's what I do. But again, I guess this is the end of the video. Don't really have much more I can talk about. I do appreciate the views, as usual. Stay calm and brawl on. MSubs88 out.